When Donald Trump had his call with Anthony Albanese this morning, our time, you can rest assured he would have been briefed about the abuse Albo had hurled his way in the past, along with his former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, now Australia's ambassador in Washington. The President would have been given a written briefing detailing all of this and the issues that they'd raise, and if Trump didn't read it, his staff certainly would have summed it up for him in a verbal briefing. It might have been fun hearing them read out stuff like this to the Commander-in-Chief.
Who could believe our luck that this madman called Trump could have been elected?
During the craziness of the Trump administration on climate.
And as the United States in the last 4 years has been run by a village idiot because of the essential incoherence of the man himself.
We have an alliance with the US, we've got to deal with him, but that doesn't mean that you're uncritical about it. He scares out of me.
Yeah, I wonder who had the job of reading out that one to the President. I would have loved to have heard the actual call this morning. No doubt Trump would have enjoyed the grovelling from a man who once said he was scared of Trump and who desperately needs the President to give Australia an exemption from his steel and aluminium tariffs. I mean, it should be a lay-down misère because Trump gave us exactly the same exemption during his first term. But Albanese's antipathy towards Trump in the past, along with Rudd's, has made this a pretty delicate issue. Still, it seemed to go well today.
I presented Australia's case for an exemption, and we agreed on wording to say publicly, which is that the US President agreed that an exemption was under consideration.
Yeah, Albanese might not have spoken very forcefully or he might have ummed and ahed a bit, but he might have done the trick because not long afterwards, Trump was asked about Australia's request.
I just spoke to him, very fine man, and he has a surplus. I mean, we have a surplus with Australia, one of the few. And the reason is they buy a lot of airplanes. They are rather far away and they need lots of airplanes. And we actually have a surplus. It's one of the only countries which we do. And I told him that that's something that we will give great consideration to.
No, Mr. President, you're the ones who are pretty far away. But that's a pretty encouraging response, White, although there's nothing concrete there yet. Maybe Trump will let everyone in Australia stew until after the election. Who knows? But what about that fine man compliment? Surely that made Albo's day. Maybe that can be attributed to Jordan Mailata becoming the first Aussie to win a Super Bowl yesterday. Remember, Trump was at the game. And of course, marry that with Albanese's genuine connection to Mailata's former NRL club and the Prime Minister's wise effort to work it into the conversation.
We spoke about a range of other things as well, including the fact that Jordan Mailata as a Super Bowl champion, and I did point out that he was a South Sydney junior.
Yeah, it's a great story, and it was pretty savvy of Albo to appeal to Trump's mainstream and NFL persona. It might just have got him a touchdown for Australia, or at least a first down and goal.